Hello viewers, this is Zongo Daily TV, and today we are going to educate ourselves on the difference between Zongo and Islam. Zongo and Islam is a different thing altogether, but most often people misunderstand the meaning of Zongo and Islam, and sometimes they attribute the art of some members of Zongo as the art of Islam. Okay, now let's differentiate between Zongo and Islam. First of all, the word Zongo is from a Hausa word which means a camping or a lodging place for traders. Technically, Zongo is now a resident or a community where people from different cultural, ethnic, and religious backgrounds live. Whilst Islam is a religion, just like Christianity, Judaism, and others. So, with these explanations, you cannot term Islam as Zongo, and you cannot also term Zongo as Islam. Here, we have got to know that there are two different things. But one misconception about Zongo is that people are of the view that all members of Zongo belong to the same ethnic group, and also all members of Zongo belong to the same religion, which is not true. Zongo consists of different ethnic groups. We don't have only one ethnic group in Zongo. All members of Zongo do not only understand, maybe they are not from the same ethnic group. And also, members of Zongo are not from the same religion. We have so many ethnic groups or tribes in Zongo community. Some of the languages in Zongo are Dagomba, Mosi, Osase, Busanga, and many more. We cannot mention all. And among all the languages or all the ethnic groups in Zongo, some are into Islamic religion, and some practice Christianity, and others are into traditional religion. So the misconception that members of Zongo are from the same religion, which is Islam, is not true. And also, there is a misconception that members of Zongo belong to the same ethnic group. As we already said, members of Zongo consists of different kind of ethnic groups. So members within Zongo speak different languages. But the most dominant language or the most used language in Zongo is the Hausa language. We are going to see how Hausa language became official or the most dominant language in Zongo community. Historically, Hausa language became the most dominant or official language for members of Zongo because of how Zongo was formed or because of how Zongo started. Zongo was formed by the group of people who came from Niger and also Nigeria to come and trade and also propagate Islam. They came here purposely to propagate Islam and also to trade with other parts of West Africa. Among the nations of West Africa, Niger and Nigeria were part of those who had early encounter with North Africans. And because of their encounter with North Africans, they accept Islam. When they accept Islam, they decide to join the North Africans as well as the Arabs to propagate Islam. Initially, they were already trading with other parts of West Africa. So when they decide to propagate Islam, they join Nigeria, and Niger joined them to propagate Islam. On their journey, when they become exhausted, they will camp themselves at a certain place and continue the journey on the next day. If you can remember, we define Zongo as what? A lodging or a camping place. So such camps they set, or such camps became what? Their resting place and what? lodging place whenever they are exhausted, or whenever at night they will come and what? Camp themselves at that place. So that such places became their permanent settlement, of which they started to give birth, produce children and others. That gave the name Zongo. And eventually, such camps or lodging places developed to become a settlement for different kind of languages or different kind of ethnic groups, as we can see them in Zongo today. So we cannot identify a member of Zongo's religion by his or her ethnicity or by his name. Ethnicity, name differ from what? An individual's religion. But because of the influence of Western and also the influence of Arab on us, some of us adopted Arabic culture and others also adopted Western culture. That's why we have some names like Thomas, Isaac, Patrick, and others. They are all what? Western names. And when you come to Zongo, we also have Ahmed, Faisal, Sharif, and others. They are all what? Arabic names. So if someone is called Sharif, Ahmed, or Sadat, it doesn't mean the person is what? Automatically a Muslim. In all, the point I'm trying to make here is that you don't have to, or you cannot identify someone's religion based on his or her name. Because according to Islam, one can be called Kofi, Amma, Atta, Bright, Isaac, and still be a Muslim, providing the name is meaningful or the name has what? A good meaning. So, not all Sadat, Muhammad, Sharif, Fatah of Zongo are Muslims. We have Muhammad who are Christians. We also have Sadat who are into a traditional religion. So when we go to Zongo, we have Fatah, Ishaq, Muhammad, and others as their names. And when you go to other part of places which are not Zongo, you also get Atta, James, and others as people name. It's just because of the influence, external influence on our culture. But before all this external influence on our culture, we already have names in our local languages. We have some names in Dogoma like Wumpini, Suhini, and others. We also have Arimbila, Atembila in Kusasi. We also have Esovale and others in Kotokoli. When you go to Hausa, they have Nasara and many names, many local names. All these names are perfect and has positive impact on us if only the names have a good meaning. And it's qualified to be a name for every religious person. And also, you cannot just identify someone's religion based on his or her ethnicity, language, or others. Because we have Akans who are Christians, we have among them, we also have Muslims. When you go to Zongo, those we term as Northerners, among them we have Muslims, we also have Christians. So the misconception that all members from the northern part of Ghana are Muslims and all Akans in the southern part of Ghana are Christians, it's not that. Among them we have Muslims, among them we also have Christians, and ethnicity, names has nothing to do with religion. Thank you, viewers, for having time with us. Follow our page, share for others to also benefit this educative updates.